What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We are talking about Instagram Reels today. If you guys are looking to blow up on Instagram Reels, you came to the right video. Recently, I've been having a lot of success with Instagram Reels, so I wanted to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how you can get more traction to your page. In the last month, I have gained 13,000 followers. I've had 2 viral videos and another one that's about to be viral as well. Even though the algorithm is always changing, this is what's going to help you now with Instagram Reels. So if you're looking to build up your Instagram, I feel like it's super important if you're into content creation to build up your Instagram, considering Instagram is kind of like your resume for other brands to see you. For the last month, I've been really consistent with posting. I want to show you guys what I've done to get success so quickly. Just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I've experienced in the last month. So I've had one video hit 3.1 million. I've had another video hit 1.5 million. And then I had another one that is now hitting 520,000 at the moment. It's still pumping, but around the beginning of December, I started with about like 700 followers. Now, a month later, I'm sitting at 13.5K and it's still going up. I have done the research and I have tried everything. I feel like everyone tries to say the same thing, but I think you're going to find a lot of useful tips in here that maybe people don't talk about on social media. So grab your coffee, grab a snack, and let's get into it. Obviously, one of the first things is being consistent with posting. You want to keep posting on your stories at least once a day on your story and at least do a reel. I would say about 4 times a week at the minimum. If you want to do more, you can, but I would say like keep it at 4. If you can only do 3, do 3, but keep consistent with doing reels. I think that 4 at the minimum is perfect. I think you can be posting regular posts or carousels in the meantime, but like between reels and stuff like that. But honestly, I haven't found a lot of success with growing your platform through those regular posts. I don't think Instagram really pushes posts like that anymore. They really are pushing reels. Most of my content on my Instagram is reels, and that's what I've seen success with. Every time I do a post, I get some likes, but it's not anything crazy. I do think you should have an occasional post here and there, but I think that your main priority should be Instagram Reels. So make sure you post about 4 times a week and be consistent. You can use the same clips in some of your reels, but just use a different sound and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, you're reaching a different audience every single time, and you're formulating it in a way that it's different. So even the people who are following you aren't going to really get sick and tired of that content. So just make sure, you are still getting new clips here and there, so that way it's not the same thing for a month and a half, but you can definitely reuse clips for a couple reels. You're not going to get more traction to your page if you're not posting. Like, there's just no way that can happen. So definitely keep posting. I know sometimes it's hard when you see a video flop, but do not delete it, because I've had a video blow up weeks later because the sound just started trending again. So don't delete ones that didn't perform well. You never know if they might just spike out of nowhere. I know I've done that in the past where I've deleted old videos and then the trend went viral again, and I probably missed out. But I've had experiences where I have an old one from like 3 months ago that just out of nowhere starts getting a lot of likes and views. So definitely don't delete any content. Keep all your content up there. I think that's super important, is to not delete anything. I recommend that you use hashtags. Open up your notes app and type out a bunch of hashtags. I'm going to put up a screenshot of the hashtags I use for my niche. My niche is really like motivational, inspirational, working on yourself, self-love, but utilize hashtags. I put a lot of hashtags in my videos, and I put it way at the bottom so that it doesn't interfere with my caption and nobody sees like a bunch of annoying hashtags everywhere. But I definitely think that hashtags can help boost your post. Like, it definitely helped me. All my videos I put hashtags on, so I found that to be really helpful and useful. So here's a little secret tip. When you're looking for a sound, first of all, make sure it's a trending sound. I feel like that's kind of a given, but if it's a trending sound, you're most likely going to catch the trend and your video will do a lot better than if you use a non-trending sound. But when you are looking for a good trending sound to use, make sure that it is under 10K uses, and then go to the top row and see if any of them have hit 1 million views, because that means that that trending sound is going to do really well, and other people are seeing a lot of success using that sound. Another thing you're going to want to do, though, when you do find that sound that's under 10,000 and the top row has a couple million views, when you see that, you're going to want to click on that video and then scroll through their comments to see if they've had comments within the last week. Because if it says like 4 or 5 weeks ago, you're probably not going to want to use that sound because it's probably going to be done trending soon. But if it's within the last week, definitely go ahead and use that sound in your video and make your video according to that sound, because that means it's been trending recently and a lot of people have been interacting with that sound over the last week. But if it's like 5 weeks out, you're not really going to want to use that sound because it was probably something that was like more trending a while ago and the trend is kind of fading out already. Mind you guys, this is what I've been doing for myself and what I've seen work for myself. So I'm just giving you guys the tips that got me 13,000 followers within a month. And I've seen so much growth in the last month than I have in the last 3 months because I've been doing this every single time I go to look for a sound. And I feel like it's really been helping when I find a sound that's trending under 10K, the top row has a couple million views, and then I look in the comments and it says it's been used in the last week. Like there's been comments within the last week. So now that we talked about sound, let's talk about engagement. I think engagement is very important and I've noticed a spike in my views since I've been doing this as well. You want to comment on other creators' content. So go through the Instagram Reels tab and scroll through Reels that are in the same niche as you and comment on them, whatever you want to comment on them. Leave a nice comment, of course, and comment on those Reels, because I think that the more engaged you are in the app, the more Instagram recognizes you in the algorithm. So I've been commenting on other people's posts, and that's not something I used to do before. I just only used to comment back to people who commented on my posts, which is also important. I'll get to that in a second. But I think it's important that when you go to the Reels tab, you scroll through looking for content, find content that you like, and then leave a nice comment on their video, because you never know who's going to see that comment and might see your profile picture and click on you and be like, oh, I like that person. Or maybe that person who you commented on will also follow you as well. So I think it also just boosts engagement in general on Instagram. So I think that's something that you guys should be doing in order to boost your own content and your views and your follow count. Reply to your comments. I think you guys need to reply to your comments, because replying to comments is so important. I feel like the more that I reply to the comments, the more my video gets views. Like, always be replying to literally as many comments as you can. One of my video had like 300 comments or something like that. I tried to reply to almost every single one of them. Don't be the person that doesn't reply to anybody, ignores all the comments. Reply to the comments. I'm telling you, it boosts your engagement. Instagram sees that you're active with your followers or the people that are engaging in your posts, and they boost your content even more because the app wants engagement. It wants the person to come back into the app. So think about it. If you respond to their comment, that person's going to click back on the app to see what you said, right? Or to like your comment. I think it's important that you guys reply to comment. It boosts engagement. So definitely be replying to comments, liking comments, and interact. When somebody mentions you in a story, make sure you like their story because they mentioned you. That's what I have been doing, and I found a lot of success using all of these things. Once you figure out what it is that's done the best for you, like when one of your videos takes off and it's more than the usual amount, usually that means that they want to see more of that content. Like the algorithm is going to push you up on the list when they see more of the content of the one that performed really well. So say one of your reels hits 10,000 views, right? And all your other ones are always at 1,000, 1,500. Make more content like that one. The one that hit 3 million views for me, the next time I made something similar to that, it hit 1.5 million. The content in between the 3 million and the 1.5 million didn't do too well. They didn't do horrible, but they didn't do too well. So I was trying to think to myself, what was the difference between that content and the one that hit 3 million? And then once I made one similar to the one that hit 3 million, it took off. It hit 1.5 million. So definitely use your content as indicators as to what the algorithm wants to see and what the viewer wants to see. I know that can kind of be a little confusing, so I hope you guys understand that. If at any point you don't understand what I'm saying or you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer all your questions to the best of my ability. Definitely give my tips a try. I hope they work out for you as well as they worked out for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next video.